So I tracked every single thing that I spent on Drive Syndicate 13, which is essentially impossible to beat as a free-to-play. In total, this event took me roughly 730 USD to fully finish. And that's while making mistakes, overspending, and just grabbing the Syndicate coin guide and throwing it out the window, so make sure to not repeat any of this. This is not a guide on what to do with your money, but the opposite. Please keep in mind that every time I say a price, it's USD. That's gonna be your base currency. So what is the Drive Syndicate? Drive Syndicate events are basically just big ass special events, where usually S-Class elite cars get added into the game. But these type of events are different. There are no multi-packs you can buy, so tokens are useless. You can progress as a free-to-play up to the 4th support card because you got stuck into a paywall. Since this card is new to the game, the only way to start it up is with real money. And the Syndicate coins you got up to playing to this point are simply not enough to upgrade it and progress. The start of the event. We started this new Drive Syndicate with the new India map. I really liked its brilliant colors and long high top speed sections. That was pretty nice. The stages showcase the map perfectly, and at the end of the chapter we get 20 blueprints for the Charger SRT, just enough to unlock it. And here's where everything begins. So I couldn't be asked to play the same mission over and over a fucking million times, especially with a C-Class car like the SRT. So I spent 53 to max it out and pass every mission on a single race. Then we do the money run missions. These types of races suck. Cops just respawn out of thin air and ram you all the time, while you see how you lose money the longer the race lasts. So just to flex on my club's Discord, we spent 10 more for the 8 epic import parts to fully gold out this car. We finished the stage 3, then I realized I overspent, because they give you 15 extra blueprints. Anyways, you only needed the SRT at 2 stars, and at 4 to finish every stage with one race I believe. We end up getting 15 Nissan Z GT4 blueprints at the end of stage 6, which fucking isn't enough to even unlock the car. Even more terrible handling C-Class cars again. As soon as the stage begins, we instantly pay to win again. Cause fuck playing against cops 10 million times, right? But what? I actually got a 15x from the blueprint pack. This is so rare, like I never get shit from the multi-packs. I always end up getting 0 blueprints from them. But anyways, we spent 57 to bring the car from a single star to 4 stars. Because I learned from the past chapter that I didn't even have to fully max it out at the beginning, since you get more blueprints later on. This chapter had more top speed based tracks, which was amazing because this car's drifting sucks and I don't wanna be on twisty tracks anymore. We got 15 more blueprints for it, so we spent 144k Syndicate coins on its blueprint packs to max it out. At this point I should have learned, but of course I didn't, so I spent 20 more on the 8 epic import parts and 2 of them got wasted, which I could have used my C-Class epic wildcards instead of spending more money. We do the money run mission hell once again, and just to make us suffer, Gameloft chose twisty tracks for a car that can't even drift, pretty much just to fuck around with us as players. Moving on, we finally finished stage 5 and 6. We got 15 miserable blueprints for the Solus GT, which is not even 10% of what's needed to fully max out the car. And this new chapter brings us back to the twisty track hell once again. Luckily I had this car at 3 stars because of the 20th anniversary spotlight, which was a goated event to be honest. But anyways, to nobody's surprise, we pay to win once again, and spent 40 to bring the car to 5 stars, another 20 on the 8 epic import parts, and because of the Gameloft shop prices are usually better than the ones in game, I spent another 25 on this offer. We finished stage 1 on a few races, stage 3 and 4 get finished on a single mission, and after that, we get 15 more blueprints for the Solus GT, letting me upgrade the car, but not by so much because I'm broke, and I had no credits. Then Gameloft pulls out the funny and decides to put credits on the shop. Like bro, I am not that down bad to buy credits. What the fuck Gameloft? So then we do 10 million money run races on the worst map possible for cop chases, which is Paris. This map is so twisty and by some reason, it spawns like double the police amount than others. Luckily I get past this and finish up the stage 6, unlocking the Solus GT key and 17 miserable Aurora Agile blueprints. So we move on to where the pay to win chapters begin. We got to the chapter that is impossible to beat as a free to play. Knowing this, I bought some blueprints for the Aurora Agile to unlock it, using Syndicate coins so I could get the next offer available. We buy the $60 offer giving us 65 more blueprints and 5 million credits, but the weirdest thing that I've noticed is that I legit felt like a baby being fed by Gameloft. Every offer gives you exactly what you need. No grind, just pay. Anyways, I spent another 165 to get it to 5 stars, close to 6. We finished every mission with a single race, and applied some epic wildcards from the ultimate pass to the car. Some missions were annoying, but some weren't, only because the Agile loses 10 million speed when drifting, and the money run missions were no different. Then I ran out of credits again, so I had to grind MP1 like a slave, and with the car at 5 stars and some epics applied, and having the overclock pass, we made it to the final stage. Here we needed to get the Chimera to 2 stars to progress, and the game only gives you 30 blueprints out of the 45 needed, so I spent 270k Syndicate coins I've gathered through the event, and got a bit lucky because on average, you needed about 360k to get those 15 blueprints. We easily finished the final stage and get 25 Bolide blueprints. Mind you, from first to second star you need 45, so we're forced to pay again. Finally, we're getting close to the end, and this was one of the most repetitive chapters of the Drive Syndicate. I couldn't be asked again to do the boring missions, so I spent 80 on the Bolide offer on the Gameloft shop, giving me a nice 85 blueprints and 7.5 mil credits for starting the car up. Then I spent 50 more and get it to 4 stars. We easily finished stage 1 to 5 with a single race. But the money run missions of this chapter were one of the worst of all time. Like, they chose the worst police car spawn locations possible, and then I don't know why, but I felt like only on this chapter my money would go down so fast. I was nearly losing half the money of the run on every single race, so I was trying my best to keep it the highest, but the map selection was terrible for the car. Finally, after finishing all that bullshit, we got into another paywall. I needed a 5-star Bolide for the single race mission, so I spent another 90 on the offer and got it to 5 stars. So with this extra help, we easily finished the remaining stages of the chapter. And on the last stage, we only needed 104k Syndicate coins, but we already had this saved up. Also, just because why not, and to save on Syndicate coins later on, I spent 90 on the Chimera offer on the Gameloft shop. But stop. Guys, look at this shit. This is by far the worst offer seen on this video. Each blueprint cost $2 fucking. Keep in mind S-Class cars need 300 blueprints total, so doing the math, this shitty ass car cost 600 to max, in a fucking mobile game which is Asphalt Legends, and remember that it doesn't even include the epics, because you can get 3 with the store offer worth 30, so for the total 16 epics and maxing out the car, you would need 760 for a single car, on a 310 car game. That's how stupid it is. Anyways, we easily finished stage 6 of the Bolide chapter and move on to the last, ready to unlock the Chimera after all of this spending. So we finally end up at the last chapter of the Drive Syndicate 13, consisting of only 3 stages this time. We finish up stage 1 but not easily this time, cause Gameloft made my Chimera bounce out of thin air and fucking crash. So each time I fail, it's 45 minutes wasted, since each hazard level takes 15 minutes to disappear. I needed more Syndicate coins for the Chimera, so I went back to slave farm the Bolide missions. Finally I came back and ended up stage 1 of the chapter. We went to stage 2 and I needed even more Syndicate coins. And after hours of suffering with the Bolide money runs, we finally got enough Syndicate coins to progress. Stage 2 was easier and I did not find wrecking myself, but it was a pretty boring stage because I was repeating the same 3 maps for the 6 missions it had. I got desperate and bought 4 Bolide epic import parts for 30, we finished up this stage 2 and for the final stage, it's only a single race, but we needed to upgrade the Chimera to 3 stars. I had the blueprints already because I bought the Chimera offer, but I needed 574k Syndicate coins for the upgrades. Slave farm once again. But the Chimera money runs paid way more than the Bolide ones, so it did not take that long this time. Last mission was easy and luckily I had no cops the entire race, and after all that grind and nearly spending what a no gaming setup is worth, we got the Koenigsegg Chimera key, 2 epics for it, and the classic Drive Syndicate decal, which was actually good looking this time. But was this decal worth 750? Let's see. So was all worth it or not? Hell nah, for that price not at all. The Chimera sucks at 3 stars. If I wanted to max it out and gold it, I had to spend another like 400, and I'm broke already. If you have the money and you're ready to pay to win for whatever reason, just buy the $200 offer. That gives 60k tokens on the Gameloft shop. That is 10 times more valuable than any of this. At least it was a fun experience seeing how much a game's event could cost to finish, but the Chimera isn't even that good. They should buff it and make it broken like the Devil 16 at launch, because it lost no speed while drifting, or at least give it an insane acceleration or floaty capabilities, or whatever makes it worth it, because for this price, it is not at all. The costs of the event are just ridiculous. On Gauntlet, I couldn't find any track that the 3-star Chimera did good at, because it needs to be maxed out to be useful. Right now I'm just waiting for the 250k Syndicate coins on the relay packs that appear close to the end of the Syndicate, just so I can 6-star my Bolide, because you're better off maxing it out for cheaper than the main Drive Syndicate car. Thanks for getting to this part of the video. Feel free to comment anything you think about the topic. I read every comment. Watch out my other videos and see you later.